going to talk about infant feeding. So we recommend that you responsibly feed your baby, and that means that when baby is showing signs of being hungry, that you lead by them. So no clock watching, but we do try and aim for at least 8 feeds in 24 hours. And this could be that you'll have cluster feeds. You might feed every hour, then you might have a nice little gap of a few hours, but it's always best to look over the 24-hour period and look at how well baby is feeding. Baby will display some feeding cues, so baby can go from being in a very heavy sleep to starting to stir, starting to move their head from side to side, the eyes flickering, wiggling around, and then starting to root, where baby will start sucking the fingers and turning the head from side to side. You really want to try and feed baby, whether bottle or breast, once baby is at this stage, and not when baby gets to this stage of crying. So when baby is ready to feed, if you are breastfeeding, position and attachment is very, very important to getting you off to a good start with your breastfeeding. So it's very important that you have baby in a comfortable position and that you're sitting nice and comfortably. So this is probably one of the easiest positions to hold. So you would support across baby's back, you will have them nice and close to you, and then you will support across the back of baby's shoulders. You don't want to be holding on the back of baby's head because it will feel like you're forcing them onto the breast. And by also doing this, when you bring them close to the breast, it allows them to just very slightly tilt the head back so they can open the mouth nice and wide. And when you are bringing baby to the breast, it's very important that they lead with the chin. So the chin is tucked in at the bottom of the areola and the nipple is pointing up towards the nose. And this, along with the head tilt, allows baby to have a big wide gape. It is very, very tempting that when baby is rooting, you have your breast like this and you try and put baby straight on. What baby will then do is grab hold of just the end of the nipple and squeeze it in the front of their mouth, and that can be very painful for you. So it's really important you lead like this with the big wide gape, and then baby scoots up and over and takes lots of the areola from underneath in there also. And then signs to see if baby is nice and positioned well. Nice full round cheeks, the nose should be free to breathe, chin's nice and tucked in, and after that initial latch should be pain free. If it is still painful, what you can do is pop a clean finger into the side of baby's mouth, release the suction, and then reposition baby back onto the breast. Now your breastfeeds can last anything from 5 minutes to 30 minutes per breast, and we recommend that at each feed you offer both breasts, so you would switch between the two, and that you also let baby come off the breast naturally all by themselves, so not taking baby off after 5-10 minutes. And then once baby unattaches, then you can wind baby, or you can change baby's nappy, or just have those lovely cuddles with baby and then go on to the second breast. Here is a nice demonstration of the nose to nipple. So you see how this nipple is pointing up towards the nose, chin is nice and lower underneath the breast, so that the baby's doing a big wide gape, and then baby's nice and attached here onto the breast. You can feed in lots of different positions, whatever you're comfortable with. A laid back position is very good. This is very similar to the hold that I was just demonstrating. And we also have a rugby ball hold, which is where you will hold baby in a position like this, so their legs are tucked underneath your arm, so that you can bring baby up to your breast that way. And that's very, very good if you've had a cesarean, so it takes the pressure off your tummy, or if you have large breasts as well, because you'll be able to feel like you've got more control and that the nose is freer. If you're choosing to bottle feed, we always recommend that you choose a formula milk that is always a first stage for your newborn baby, whichever brand you do choose to use, and that you have a good working steriliser so that you are effectively cleaning your bottles properly. So always wash with hot soapy water and then sterilise according to the instructions that come with your steriliser, whether it's a microwave or an electric or a Milton steriliser. When you are preparing your bottles, always ensure that you're washing your hands thoroughly with hot soapy water first before touching any of your bottle, and that you're using the little tongs that come with your steriliser to pull the teats through on the bottle. When you're making up your feeds, it's very important that you always make up your feeds fresh as you go along. So you would boil your kettle, let your kettle cool down, the water in your kettle cool down, and have your bottle on a flat surface so that when you're putting the water in, you've got it on the exact lines. So this bottle, we've put 2 ounces in, so 2 ounces of water, and you always put the water in first, then you would put the powder in second. So you have your bottle all ready on your nice clean side. So using your scoops, it is 1 scoop per ounce. So some of these tins come with flatten off edges, or you can use a clean knife. So 2 ounces, just 2 scoops. Make sure that you're not overpacking the powder and that you're not putting in 1 extra for luck. So 2 scoops to 2 ounces. Popping the lid on top. Good shape to mix all of the powder well. And then if the temperature is still too hot, then you need to stand it in a jug of cold water. Then always check the temperature of your milk by testing on your wrist to ensure that it's not too hot to feed your baby, and being very careful that you're not touching the teat on your arm, because then that would de-sterilise your teat, and not touching your teat like this either. So always be very careful not to touch that, and then that will be ready to feed your baby. If you're making up your feeds fresh with powder, you've got 2 hours before the milk expires from the first feed. If you're using ready-made milk in the cartons or the bottles, then you have 1 hour from when you first give that to baby. That then needs to be discarded.